Now more on UATV. Time for more, and you ask, we answer. The question by user bloggalot4718. What percentage of former USSR countries want to return to Russia? Well, that is a good question. Since Russia and USSR really is one and the same criminal entity protected in time and contracted in space, well, the short answer to the question is none. No countries of former USSR want to return to Russia. More details you want? All right then. Let us ask France, or rather Gaul, if they want to return to the Roman Empire. Let us chat to Bulgaria if they want to return to the Ottoman time and become a vassal part of the empire. Go and ask any nation that had been under any empire, do they want to return? Maybe some do. Maybe they were assimilated and enslaved in some other, more comfortable ways the others were, because these others are actually the vast majority of Earth's population who do not want to be a part of any empire. These times are simply over, you see. I believe 99% of those asked would have answered you that freedom of self-determination is much better than the absence of it. And this is why returning to Putin's Russia, which today does its best, or rather said worst, to implement the wildest Soviet imperial habits into life is nothing but return to slavery. You can say that it is a case only in a political sense. All right, maybe it is worth to return to Russia in a national sense. Let us see. Returning where to, you say? Where are they, Russians? Those are fighting in Ukraine for idiotic false pretexts of elderly Soviet Tsar Putin. These Russians? Well, these are Buryats, Udmurts, Dagestanis and other indigenous peoples historically colonized by Russia, how abused by Russia as a cannon fodder. Well, then maybe Russians are those residents of Moscow. These are no Russians just as well, but Muscovites. So who are they? Russians is a nation to return to in a national sense. Those Russians that are running away, being squeezed out of the country by the Kremlin's illegal military enlistment? These Russians, running away Russians? To return to Russia, you say, but where to, dear bloggalot4718? To the country that buys it all, from cars and house appliances to sex toys in the West and Asia, and produces only war, racist arrogance and fake tales of Russian supremacy? Where is the evidence of such a supremacy? It is long gone if ever existed, just as it is a case with all dictatorships. Decay and degradation awaits any autocracy these days ruled by fear, and the fear is the only law that holds every autocracy from falling apart. When it disappears, disappears the empire. This is exactly why no one wants a comeback to a failing country ruled by a failing indicted Russian Tsar, where $1 costs 100 rubles, all international flights are cancelled, and economy shrunk twicefold, and where destruction, war, violence, negligence to human life, oppression and lies is the rule. And that is exactly what Putin's Russia is. I could have advised you to come over to Moscow and then to drive only 50 kilometers away from the city to understand how right I am and to what extent real Russia is not in any way the Kremlin or Moscow or St. Petersburg, and to what extent it really is the impersonation of degradation and poverty and lies and infinite frustration of a Soviet empire once built on lies and now crumbling apart. But I think it is better for you just to don't believe me and stay as naive as you are, and safe. And in case it is not the case and you want some hard truth in easy terms, you know where to ask for it, right? It was Henry Keane on UATV State Channel wrapping up hard truth in easy terms for the whole free world directly from Ukraine. Ask us a question and we'll do our best to answer it in our next weekly episode. Like, comment and subscribe. Your opinion matters the most to us. That is all, folks. See you soon next week. Stay safe and tuned for more.